Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another SEC rival, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll try the right side. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Hold and fire complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Texas A&M going quickly. Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 was lost. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Now adjusting. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Ball in the air, intercepted!
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown Gators! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they got him for the sack. Texas A&M going up tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the air. It's O'Neal. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. From the gun, running back gets the give. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Forced out of the pocket. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Texas A&M going quickly. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, going to the air. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. looking for room. It's Daniels. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
He'll pull it down and run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Quick completion on the out. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Lagway. Using the quick game. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Finds a crease at the 20. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Florida! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse.
Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet you do.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Escapes trouble. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll immediately call timeout. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now at the end of the...
He wants to go deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
It's complete to the left. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tees. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. Texas A&M going up tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the grab. It's Tees. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Coming after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
Holds it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggie. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Louisville. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to...
Makes the grab on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Getting some heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. His defense needed this bad.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Gators! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Texas A&M going quickly.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He tries to take the top off. Snatches it on the run. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it.
Trying to beat the D deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. Looking deep. Complete to the left. On the move at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They're going to throw it again. He'll try to do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards.
Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's got it inside the 25. He's into the open down the middle.
That's the end of the first quarter. Florida, 28. Texas A&M, 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack, push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown Gators! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Jacksonville State sure is making it look easy today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 20 over the Sharks. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be trying to burn this defensive back. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Aggies! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Feeling some heat. Trying to get behind the defense. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Gators are on the move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
I love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. You know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that 3rd down, you dial up the play action to keep the chains moving.
Looking for room. It's Daniels. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Unloads quickly. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm